We are in the section 5 of this course, and we are going to see in this section how we can take our project to the cloud. Basically, whatever the projects which we have created, like if you try to understand the workflow of the Power BI, what we have seen earlier, like in query editor, we have connected to some data sources, then prepared some dimension table, fact tables, then we have gone into the relationship, like how we have created the data model, where we have seen how we can join different tables, and then lastly we have seen report visualizations, where we have created many visuals. We have tried to understand what are the things which we can do with the visuals. So these three things which we have understood, and now the last step is in this Power BI workflow, we can say, is whatever projects we have created locally, how we can we publish it to the cloud, so that that can be available to the other users, because that is what is needed. Means if you just not just for single user. So now we will see that how we can do that. In this section we are going to see collaborating workspace. Whatever projects we have created, how we can collaborate with other developers or other users. Then we will see how we can publish our projects from Power BI desktop to Power BI Pro or service. So this is important to understand that whatever we have done till now was just in a Power BI desktop. Now we are going to go see Power BI Pro or service, which is a cloud application from Microsoft. And the last thing, which is again sharing data with the Power BI Pro and Power BI Mobile, means how we will understand, try to understand how we can access the data in Power BI Pro and Power BI Mobile as well, and how to share with others as well. So this is important. There are two important things: collaboration and sharing. So if you try to understand this Power BI Pro, then these two concepts are very important, where collaboration and sharing is all we need. Now let's try to understand what is the need of the Power BI Pro. Basically, when we have just a single user, we have created our project in Power BI desktop. So this is what we have done till now, where we have connected to some data sources, then created some data model, and lastly we have created some visuals as well. So that is the one thing which we have done as a single or independent user. If our requirement is just for just single user, then we can stop it here, and we don't need to go ahead means for anything means. But when it comes to we wanted to let other peoples also use our applications, then we need Power BI Pro. So how we can do that? We need to publish our project to the Power BI Pro or service application, where it is on cloud. Once it is published, then other people can access it from Power BI mobile app, and then they can see the data and everything. So this is one requirement where we have just a single user, but we need to publish it to Power BI Pro service as well. You can also access, means as a single user or developer, you can go to that Power BI Pro. You can access access it from browser. So this just need a browser to access it, and we can access it on mobile as well. So there are two things: Power BI Pro service and Power BI mobile, where we can publish and access. So this is one requirement for just one user. This can work, but there are cases where we have large organization. Most of the organizations is having many users, and it just not dependent on a single user. So in that case, we can, or developers can create projects in a Power BI desktop again, and then that can be published to the Power BI Pro. But now this Power BI Pro can be accessed by multiple users, and we can give some access, means who can access, who cannot access, who has then some special privileges. That access rights can be also defined in Power BI Pro. So this is our also we are going to see, and then we can share it with the Power BI Pro, where we can just take it anywhere in the world, and whoever wants can access these applications in the Power BI Pro. So this is important, and also there is another Power BI mobile app, where there also people can access it. So these are the important things which we need to understand, that this is the need of the Power BI, because it's just not a single user, but when it comes to organization level, when it comes to many teams, when collaborating and sharing is important, and that's why Power BI Pro we need to understand in this section. And this is what we can do. Let's try to see the initial registration for Power BI Pro, how we can do that. And initially, when we downloaded Microsoft Power BI Desktop, we have downloaded it from here, and you can see there are different options, products available here for Power BI Desktop, which is we already used and already created one project. Then Power BI Pro is one thing, and Power BI Premium is there, and Power BI Mobile. These are the different products available. From this, we are going to see Power BI Pro, and this Power BI Premium is something which is more advanced for multiple users or organizations. It is something which is, if you just click on this Power BI Pro, you can see there are some options available here. It is giving all these features, means what is this Power BI Pro applications, and then we can see it as well. So there is a pricing section as well, where we can check what is the pricing for this. If you can see this, Power BI Pro comes with per user $9.99. Power BI Premium is something which is for advanced, or maybe for organizations level, which can be used. This is the way we can access this application. You can click on this try free, and you can use this Power BI Pro application by just giving the email ID. The only thing is you need a work account, like personal email will not work, like @gmail.com or @yahoo.com. That kind of emails will not work, and you need some organization account. So that is one thing. There is a workaround for this as well, means how we can use if you don't have the uh, business account or work account. uh, for that, I'm going to give a link for in the video description. You can try out that for me if that is possible, and we can do this once we gets registered to this Power BI Pro. Then we can try to see its workspaces and everything in this, and that we will see how to do that, means all these things which we will understand in the next video, where we will go through the Power BI workspace and everything, and we need to get started publishing our Power BI desktop project to Power BI Pro, which is in cloud. That's what I wanted to share in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please do let me know in comment section. If you like my video, then please like it and share it with others as well. Thank you for watching.